Good morning, fellas. So today we're going to be talking about Jose Aldo, the greatest Brazilian athlete of all time, except for maybe Pele and Poitin. So now, what we're about to embark on is the legitimacy of Jose Aldo. If you ask me, he still has one last title run in him. I think that he can still make it one last time. And we're gonna break down why and who he should be facing in order to get his next title. Not just a title shot, but also a title reign. Because this is Jose Aldo we're talking about. You cannot count him out ever, as shown last time around. So now let's get it on. Let's get it going. Okay, Jose Aldo. First of all, great fighter, great boxer, great kicker, probably one of the greatest Muay Thai fighters that we've seen in UFC history. Has shown that he's nearly impossible to take down. You cannot take Jose Aldo down, no matter how hard you try, unless he allows it. Okay, Jose is just like that. He decides whether or not you take his ass down. Okay, and 99% of the time you don't fucking get to do that. So, if you ask me, here, I think that he should be fighting definitely like some exciting fighters, but there's also a few fighters out there that he can just beat and get his title shot. So let's get it going. First of all, the first fighter that I would like to see Jose Aldo fight. Oh man, no, I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit. I'm not there yet. Today I'm going to set him up versus three bantamweights, and one special featherweight. Okay? You might not expect it. Or you might. Who the fuck cares? So let's get to it. First of all, let's talk about his performance versus Merab Devalishvili. Okay? Jose Aldo versus Merab showed that he still is a top 5 fighter in the bantamweight division. He went out there, was impossible to take down. I think Merab attempted 16, did not land one. Okay? That was 3 years ago. He left after this performance because he felt like he wasn't on the level anymore. He probably thought that he was inadequate, despite the fact that he came off of 3 wins before that. You know, he beat up Pedro Munoz, um, made short work of Chito Vera, but it's Chito Vera. I don't even know why Chito is. Just because Aldo is back in the division, Chito should be under him. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say, bro. Chito Vera, he whooped his ass, and he beat up Rob Font as well as Pedro Nunes. I'm not remember which one I said, but he beat him up. Short work of him. He got beat by Piotr Jan. So Piotr Jan definitely deserves a spot. But yes, I think that as they put Jose Aldo back in that division, he should have just been top 5. He should be a top 5 bantamweight right now. I think he's ranked number 8, and that's bullshit to me. I know that there's multiple people ahead of him that he beats. You're not gonna tell me that uh, Henry Cejudo beats him. I think that he whoops Henry Cejudo's ass right now. I think that Jose shows what he does to Henry, or no, he dominates this dude. But yeah, Henry is ahead of him. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I think that he beats Henry Cejudo. I think that he whoops Marlon Vera, Chito Vera again. I think that what Chito showed us last time is that he's not a high level fighter. His last fight versus O'Malley just showed that he's a tough dude, bro. That's all he got. And that was even before the fight versus Carlite Hair dude. You know, let's be real. He has shown that he's not a high level dude. I think Pedro Munoz was doing actually pretty well against him. Also, Dominic Cruz was beating his ass until the head kick. And Dominic Cruz nowadays, let's be real, is not that good, bro. Like Dominic Cruz nowadays, like his style was great 15 years ago. But once you introduce leg kicks to that shit, I don't know, bro. All that shit goes out the window. And yeah, I also think that he has a good fight with Song Yadong. Although I think I would give the upper edge to Aldo on that one, but he does good. I think he does well versus Song Yadong. If you ask me to be real with you. So yeah, now let's move on to whom I think should be the first matchup for Jose, King of Rio, Aldo. To me, the first one is an exciting one. We're going to have the guy that moved up from 125 to 135, and he has been doing pretty damn fucking well ever since. So far, he only has 2 fights, and whom we're talking right now is Duz de Guerra Figueredo. Okay, Jose Aldo versus Figueredo. That is a great fight. Figueredo is going to be in his face the whole time, and Jose is probably going to be in his the whole time as well. Chances are this fight will happen on the in the middle of the cage. This is a great fight to see. You cannot convince me that this is not a fight that puts like that ups the hair on your arms. Just I don't know how you call that shit, bro. I speak French. Figueredo has good boxing, a lot of power, and some decent grappling as well. Fighting a guy like Aldo that has great anti wrestling, great anti grappling, nearly impossible to even lift his leg to put it like it's impossible almost, bro. He's so hard to take down, and he will be like his anti wrestling is just high level. I think that this fight will have us see Jose Aldo really throw the jab a lot and try to beat Dos de Guerra on the distance because Jose is going to have the longer reach, while Figueredo is gonna definitely try to knock him out. He will be in his face the whole time, throwing right hands over right hands over right hands. That's his style, and crazy as it is, like it's crazy that this shit works at 125 and 135 because these smaller divisions usually you have to throw a lot more to actually do something. But Figueredo definitely is different, bro. Figueredo is definitely a different dude. His power carries over from 125 to 135, which is pretty cool to see. And he's much faster over there. He looks much faster at least, and he's just as big as everybody. So now there's no weight bully bullshit going on. But he will be. I think he will be a little smaller than Aldo in that one. But I really would love to see that. If he beats him, hey, if I'm Aldo, I'm calling out the champ, bro. Fuck that shit. Now the next one I think should be the winner of Corey Sanhagen, the Sandman, or Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar Nurmagomedov, I think he's right now currently ranked at number 10. Umar definitely is being sped run to the top of the division. If he beats Cody Sanhagen, let's be real, he's probably going to call out the champion. But fuck that, bro. Like whoever wins this fight should be fighting Aldo. If you ask me, if I'm Jose Aldo right now, I'm contacting the UFC. Hey, I want to fight the winner of Corey and Nurmagomedov. You might think I'm crazy because of his old age and like, oh no, I don't want to see Aldo lose to Nurmagomedov. You don't fucking know what you're talking about, mate. Aldo has a great style to fight to beat that dude. Nurmagomedov is not even a wrestler. He does grapple. He does grapple when he's fighting a talented striker. But is he going to be able to take down Jose? Jose is really hard to take down, dude. But the thing with the Dagestani wrestling is that they use like trickier ways to take you down. They don't use conventional wrestling per se. So is he going to be able to go around that anti wrestling of Jose Aldo? Who fucking knows, man? But I think it's an interesting matchup, Jose versus Nurmagomedov, and Jose versus the Sandman, who's a high level striker. By the way, Nurmagomedov is a high level striker himself. He might be a better striker than the Sandman. Although, no, let's be real, he's not a better striker than him, but he is a great striker himself. Like he strikes mostly. He's not over there just grappling all the time. He's a good striker, decent speed. Doesn't have the most knockout power, but he did knock a dude out with a punch. So that shows you something. And he got hurt last fight he had versus like this unknown I don't know if it was a Russian dude that he fought, but he fought some unknown dude. that you guys need to keep an eye on, by the way, because he's a great striker himself, whoever he fought. And versus Corey is a great striker, really tall. He's like 5'11" in that division, which is pretty tall, just like the champion Sean O'Malley. Also, he wrestles a lot more now than he used to. I think that height is something that could trump the anti-wrestling of Aldo. The thing that if you ever grappled, you will know this. Height can be a interesting factor. Like short guys are harder to take down, but tall guys sometimes you can find some openings off of whatever the guy is doing. If you're a tall dude, there's openings that you can find, and you can take it that you could take down a guy that is better than you while being shorter than you. The thing about short guys being so hard to take down is that usually, if you're in the same division, a short dude is going to have like really short legs and stocky body, which makes it nearly impossible to really take it down. But if you're that much taller, that can also be an advantage in being able to take down the smaller, shorter, stockier guy. If you look at John Jones is not a better wrestler than DC. He's not even in the same stratosphere as DC. But height plays a factor. He had him against the cage, with his long arms, managed to have DC nearly still standing, and just how can I say this? Close his arms around DC's legs and just lift him up and take him down. Like someone of John Jones' caliber in wrestling could not do that to DC if they were in the same height, or just a couple inches short higher than DC. But John is so much taller that he was able to do that, and this is something that maybe Sanhagen could do. And not to mention the striking, he jumps high. He could throw a few random jumping knees to all those face. Who knows, dog? Think about it. That's a great fight, and I think the Sanhagen fight might be a more dangerous fight for Jose Aldo. But if I'm Jose Aldo, I'm wrestling this dude. I'm striking and wrestling with this dude. But with Nurmagomedov, I'm striking 100%, kicking the fuck out of his legs and striking. But Nurmagomedov is a good kicker himself. So my next opponent for Jose, the King of Rio, dude, fuck that shit. Fuck what the UFC has to say. You could put him against Sean O'Malley. I think Sean has a good chance of beating Merab. So if Sean manages to beat Merab, make it Sean O'Malley versus Jose Aldo for the belt. I think that the boxing that Jose Aldo presents is definitely one that could throw O'Malley off. The kicking, the power, everything. He has what it takes to make it a hard fight on O'Malley. I think that he's a better boxer than O'Malley. O'Malley just has something about he moves so well. He moves like a ball player. He played basketball, so he has this movement, this swiftness on the feet that a lot of these fighters do not have. You know, he is who Dominic Cruz think he is. Like if we're being real, Dominic Cruz is the greatest bantamweight ever. Maybe TJ is, but mostly because of his footwork. The footwork did so much work for him, and the wrestling and all that stuff. Of course, he's a great striker, a great wrestler. But if we talk about like on the feet, that's who Sean O'Malley is. The real hard to hit dude. Like he's so hard to hit, and leg kicking him is not enough. You can't just leg kick him and think that you're gonna beat him anymore. Like that worked the first time because he got hit in the peroneal nerve, but what if this fight would have lasted longer? Let's say he hit him like 1,000 more times and he did not hit at that sweet spot. Would have Cheeto been able to beat him that first time around? And that was the first time around, like 10 years ago, some shit. I don't even remember when it was, but that tells you. But yeah, I think that Sean O'Malley versus Jose Aldo, now that's a fight right there. You know, you can make that. You can actually make Jose Aldo skip the line. Because the whole line goes straight to the champion. Because it's fucking Jose. Make it in Brazil, and it's gonna sell. It is going to sell. Although it's a dangerous fight. The same hit that Jose Jose got hit by Connor. That's what O'Malley hit that the boy Aldo. That's the same shot that Aldo got hit with, except with O'Malley had it with the right hand. Connor did it with the left hand, but it's basically the same shot. But O'Malley is a right-handed fighter. He's not a he's not a southpaw fighter. You know that same shot is likely not gonna go in. And also, ever since the Connor fight, Aldo is such a crisp boxer. He's way more technical than what he's doing. He doesn't throw shot like he used to. He doesn't like just fly forward like he did versus Connor. He got KO'd for it. So I think that Aldo could be one of the best fights for O'Malley also. So let's make that happen. If I'm Aldo, I'm asking for that fight too. Like what about this dude? What about Sean O'Malley, huh? Yeah, but he has a fight versus Merab Devalishvili. Man, fuck that. When he beats Merab, let me fight him. If I'm Dana White, I'm like, you know what, man? Since when do we care about rankings like that? Now, the last fighter that I think that Jose Aldo should fight, guys, bear with me. Call me crazy if you want. But Ilia Topuria is a fucking paper champion, bro. El Matador, my ass, fucking paper champion. You're not a real 145 champ until you beat Jose Aldo. No one that held the undisputed title at 145 has not beaten Jose Aldo, except for Ilia Topuria. I don't give a fuck if he knocked out Volkanovski. I don't give a fuck if Volkanovski made short work of Jose Aldo. I don't care if Volkanovski beat Max Holloway 3 times and Max Holloway beat Aldo twice. That's like a compiled 7 wins on Aldo right there for Topuria. But I do not give a fuck, guys. He did not beat Aldo straight up. So that makes him a paper champion. If just because Jose is back in the game, that makes him a paper champion. Assuming that Jose had stayed retired, yeah, you actually beat the last champion, so you are the champion. But you did not do what everybody else did. I'm sorry. Everyone that has been an undisputed champion at that division beat Jose Aldo. Ilya did not do that. Ilya should be calling out Jose Aldo right now. It should be like, you know what? Fuck Volkanovski. Fuck Max Holloway. Let me fight Jose Aldo to prove that I'm actually the real champion. Let's make that happen too. And also, Jose versus Ilya actually is a cool fight if you think about it. You know? What is Ilya gonna do? Wrestle with Jose? Good luck taking this dude down. Although he has power, this Ilya. Ilya definitely is as good, if not even better, than Jose Aldo when it comes to boxing. But what the fuck does he know about kicks, bro? What does he know about kicks? That's why I think that a fight versus him and Max Holloway is a dangerous one as well. Because it's so short. He might get hit kicked and get knocked the fuck out. But I think that Jose will destroy his legs. Jose will go out there and kick the fuck out of Ilia Topuria's legs. And then we'll see who's the better fighter. But let's be honest, Jose's an old dude now. Is he going to be able to put it down on Ilia Topuria like that? I don't know, man. But I want to see it. I want to see if Ilia Topuria is a real champion. If El Matador is not a paper champ. Until you beat Jose Aldo, to me, you're a paper champion. Now, let's recap this. Alright? Jose versus Figueredo. That's first option. To me, if you can inject this into my vein right the fuck now, I will take it. Okay? No money required. Inject that shit. I'll see. I want to see that fight eventually. If not now, later down the line. But that's the most likely fight to happen, if not versus Song Yadong. Like the UFC is probably going to make that fight. A Song Yadong, Deiveson Figueredo, or maybe even Henry Cejudo. That could be the next fight for Jose Aldo. But to me, fuck that shit. make it versus Duz de Guerra, or versus the winner of Corey versus Nurmagomedov, or make him cut the line. Go straight to the champion. Because who the fuck cares? I know it's 135. There's a lot of actual contenders. But hey, let's be real, guys. Sean already beat Piotr Jan. It was a bullshit decision, but it's too late for that. Corey Sandhagen showed that he doesn't really care about the belt. Let's be real. He keeps trying to fight these other dudes. He never really asked for the belt. I don't see Corey Sandhagen out there campaigning to fight for the fucking belt. So let's fucking put him up against Jose Aldo. And if he loses, Nurmagomedov, you're way too early for that. Umar, you're too early for that. Nah, bro. Fight Jose Aldo. Prove that you actually are top one. I don't care if Jose is not top one. Okay? Jose already beat Chito Vera. Jose should be number 4 right now. Okay? He should be number 4. Beeline to the fucking champion, you know? He should be number 4. But fuck that shit. It is what it is. So, and if not, bro, like I said, versus O'Malley. O'Malley is a good fight for Aldo. It's a good fight for O'Malley. O'Malley could actually get his money fight because he's not a money fighter. O'Malley is not the star that you guys think he is. He's not the biggest guy in his division. He wasn't the biggest guy on 299. Dustin Poirier was the bigger guy on 299. In the 135 division, Jose Aldo is back. He's the biggest guy at 135. If Jose Aldo was champion today, he could sell out. He could sell out arenas. He doesn't need a big name. O'Malley does. That's the difference. And now, the last fight, the one that actually should happen, no doubt, in nobody's mind, that everybody wants to see, that everybody knows is the fight to make, is versus Ilia Topuria. Make Ilia Topuria fight Aldo and prove that he's a high level fighter and that he's the best at 145. Because until then, you just got lucky. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. So this is the end of the video. If you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, go for it. And I'll catch you in the next video. I'm making this a little lighter, you know, not too serious. We're joking a bit on this channel now, man. And if you like that shit, make sure to follow. Peace out, because I'm out.